Hello, good morning, friends. Today I am going to study the study of halides of phosphorus. So let us see that is no halides of phosphorus. So if you see that is halides of phosphorus, so it forms that is two types of halides, that is in the +3 oxidation state and +5 oxidation state. +3 oxidation state is known as what, trihalides, and +5 oxidation state is known as pentahalides. Pentahalide. Now this is already we in the general properties we already studied, that is it is EX3 represented by EX3 and it is represented by EX5. So two types of halide they are giving. Now what we have to understand these two types of halides. Okay, the other halides also like that they form with the other halogens, like along with the chloride they will form with the fluorides, iodide, bromide. Okay, but here we have to study in our syllabus that is trichloride and pentachloride, phosphorus trichloride and phosphorus pentachloride. So together we are studying these two types of halide. Let us see how to understand that is two type of halide. So in the one side what we are going to study, that is phosphorus trichloride, and next side phosphorus pentachloride, phosphorus pentachloride, PCl5, and another side PCl3. This is the and these two are the very important compound for the important reagent for the preparation of the organic compound also. So let us study how to prepare this. So first of all we have to study that is preparation. Together we are going to study because the similar preparation are there, so we are studying similarly. So firstly what we take, that is P4 is white phosphorus. Okay, white phosphorus, and this white phosphorus you are treating with the dry chlorine. Okay, dry chlorine. So what it is giving, it is giving PCl3. Now 4 phosphorus is there, so 4 you multiply by 4, and here is what is 4 3 is 12, so 12 chlorine is there, so you multiply by 6, so this is 4 PCl3. Now if you go for the phosphorus, this is preparation also we are going to study for the PCl5. So how to study the preparation? You see, from white phosphorus. Okay, heading is there, from white phosphorus. From white phosphorus, how to study from okay. So P4 you take P4 and with this you treat with the chlorine. This is what, this is white phosphorus and this is dry chlorine, and when you treat this it will give that is PCl5. Now 4 phosphorus is there, so 4 molecule, and now 5 4 ja 20, so here is 10 chlorine molecule. So this is phosphorus pentachloride and phosphorus trichloride. This is what the first method of preparation from the white phosphorus and dry chlorine. Now what are the second methods of preparation? If you go second methods of preparation, that can be also prepared by here from the thionyl chloride, and here is from sulfuryl chloride. So this one is from thionyl chloride. What is thionyl chloride? SOCl2. And this one is prepared, this is the second method, this is from sulfuryl chloride, from sulfuryl chloride. Now what is sulfuryl chloride? SO2Cl2. This is the sulfuryl chloride. Now let us see the equation from thionyl chloride. If you see, and this thionyl chloride again treated with white phosphorus, okay, and 8 SOCl2. So what it will give? It will give 3 moles of PCl, 4 moles of PCl3, along with this 4 moles of SO2, along with this 4 mole of SO2 plus S2Cl2 plus 2 mole of S2Cl2 Okay, similarly, if you see here is white phosphorus, you take P4, and along with that is 10 mole of SO2Cl2, you are taking sulfuryl chloride. Then what they are giving, it is giving that is PCl5. How many mole of PCl5? That is 4 mole of PCl5 along with 10 mole of SO2. So this is from this we prepared from the thionyl chloride and sulfuryl chloride. Now let us go and study some of the physical properties and chemical properties for PCl5 and for PCl3. So if you see the physical comparative study, when you are doing comparative study, the understanding increase. So that is we are going to study physical properties. In both the cases, we are studying the physical properties. Physical properties. What are the physical properties? You can understand. So first physical properties, you see colorless oily liquid. This is the colorless oily liquid. PCl3 is colorless oily liquid, and when you are going it is the white powder. Okay, PCl5. Okay, if you want to study for PCl5 is a yellowish white powder. Okay, this is the yellowish white powder. So this was the case for the physical properties. PCl3 is colorless solid liquid, but PCl5 is yellowish white powder. Now let us go and study the chemical properties. So in chemical properties, the very first heading is there, that is hydrolysis. Okay, so both undergoes hydrolysis, they form the compound, similar compound also. Let us see that is hydrolysis. Okay, chemical properties hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means reaction with water. This is also together hydrolysis. Hydrolysis means that is reaction with water. So if PCl3 you are taking and you are treating with the water molecule, so what it is there, H3PO3 phosphorus acid, H3PO3 plus it will give 3HCl. So you can balance it out. Here is 3 mole of water is taken, so it is balanced. So phosphorus it is acid it is giving, but if you see for the PCl5, what is the compound it is giving? If you are saying PCl3 and if you are treating with the water molecule, so it is giving POCl3. Okay, POCl3 plus 2HCl. Okay, POCl3 plus 2HCl. Now this POCl3, what we got POCl3, if you are treating with the again water molecule, 3 mole of water molecule, it will again they give H3PO4 plus again 3HCl. So this is phosphoric acid. This is phosphoric acid and this is phosphorus acid. Oxidation number here is plus 3 and here is plus 5. So these were the chemical properties of the PCl3 and PCl5. What are the other chemical properties here? Effect of temperature. Here is effect of temperature. If you want to see effect of temperature, so PCl5, if you apply the temperature here, so it is it will give the decompose into PCl3 and Cl2. This is the decomposition reaction. If you are heating the PCl5, so it will decompose into PCl3 and Cl2. Now the next heading, very next heading, what we can understand, what we can study, the next heading. Next heading is reaction with organic compound. Reaction with organic compound. Both give the same compound. Okay, and here is reaction with organic compound. organic compound. So both give the similar type of reaction. Here you see what that is. If you are taking acetic acid and if you are treating with PCl3, so what it will give? CH3COCl. CH3COCl plus it will give that is H3PO3. H3PO3 hypophosphorus acid. Here you can multiply by 3 to get the, and here if you see that is it is giving 3 mole. Now if you go for the ethyl alcohol C2H5OH, and if you are treating with the PCl3, so what compound it will give? It will give the alkyl halide C2H5Cl plus C2H5Cl plus H3PO3 plus it will give H3PO3. You can balance it out by multiplying this by 3, and here is also multiplying by 3. So this is the balance. Up now here you come for the PCl5. So if you come for the PCl5 and see the reaction with organic compound, same way it will react. Suppose you are taking CH3COOH plus PCl5. So what compound it will give? It will give that is CH3COCl along with this POCl3 plus what it will give? Plus it will give HCl. Now if you are going to study that is ethyl alcohol C2H5OH, if you treat with PCl5, it will give the, what it will give? It will give C2H5Cl. Along with that it will give POCl3 and HCl. POCl3 plus HCl. So this is the reaction with the organic compound. Up now reaction with metal. For PCl5 some more reactions are there. Okay, reaction with fine powder mix, reaction with finely divided metal, finely divided metals. So what is the reaction with finely divided metals? If you go, that is the silver you take 2Ag plus PCl5, 2Ag plus PCl5, what it will give? It will give that is 2AgCl plus PCl3. Okay, next one is if Sn is there, okay, and it will reacting with that is 2PCl5, it will give SnCl4, okay, stannous chloride, 2N plus PCl3. This is the reaction with finely divided metal. Now some other reaction for the PCl5 is there. What is other reaction? Reaction with P4O10. P4 phosphorus pentoxide is there. How to react with phosphorus pentoxide? So if you are treating P4O10 with PCl5, it will give POCl3, 10 mole of POCl3. So you can multiply PCl3 by 6, so you will get the easily 30 chloride. Now reaction with SO2, So if you are reacting PCl3 with SO2, so it will give thionyl chloride. So you can see SO2 plus PCl5. So what compound it was giving? POCl3 plus SOCl2. This is known as thionyl chloride. This is known as thionyl chloride. So this is all about the chemical properties of the PCl3 and PCl5. Now let us study the structure of PCl3 and PCl5. Firstly, we are going to study the structure of PCl3. Let us see, because the structure is important. So structure of PCl3. So you see PCl3. So what structure you will find? That is, it is having the pyramidal structure, in which that is one orbital is having lone pair electron, while the other 3 orbitals are there, where we are representing, that is 3-dimensional structure here. This is the Cl, this is 3Cl. So if you match it out, what you will find, what you will be able to find, that is, this is known as pyramidal structure. Pyramidal structure. And what is this? This is hybridization. If someone is asking, this is going sp3 hybridization. Okay, and with 3 bond and 1 lone pair electron is getting formed. Now, when you are going to study, that is structure of PCl5, it is having the different structure in the different phases. So, structure of PCl5. Okay, structure of PCl5, when you are going, firstly you go liquid and vapor phase. Liquid and vapor phase. Vapor phase means gas phase. So liquid and gas phase is having trigonal bipyramidal structure. Trigonal bipyramidal structure. So how can you draw this one? You can easily draw like this. That is the 3 bond, you put the equatorial. These are the equatorial bond. Now you see what is the angle, 120 degree. Here is 120 degree. Here is 120 degree. Okay. And then you put here, that is Cl. Now this is the X, this is known as what, axial bond, and here you are finding how many degree, this is around 90 degree. So what are 120 is facing less repulsion, this is facing more repulsion. So axial, if you see axial bond length, if you are going axial bond length, because more repulsion is larger, length high, and then equatorial. Why I am equatorial? Here I am explaining. Here you can see, that is, this is the axial bond is facing more repulsion compared to equatorial bond. Now the next one, when you are going to study the structure of the PCl5 in solid phase. So what is the, in solid phase is actually exists in the ionic form. Okay, it's in solid phase. So if you are going to study in solid phase, actually it is present in the ionic form. What is in the ionic form? What is meaning of in the ionic form? You can understand, friends, that is, in the ionic form it is ejecting in the PCl4, this is the positive charge, and PCl6, this is the negative form, and this structure is tetrahedral, and this is octahedral. So in the ionic form it exists in the form of PCl4 tetrahedral and PCl6 minus octahedral. So this is all about the study of halide. Thank you so much for watching, friends.